class. I would like to ask you a question. When did you start your journey? And we can see so many libraries situated in one place, but you are traveling around the country. What thought made you to do this? Madam, to do this?
Yeah. One day they were in a small village in Bhubaneswar. In their village, there were some kids that are going to one school. So, when they saw some books of some stories, they felt very happy. And so, like this, many people are there who don't see some books and who don't feel a book. So, by this inspiration, they started this work.
It's growing now. Online, everybody says you can find everything online. Even e-books are available now. People say that these paper books, they don't have much life now. Maybe one day we all become paperless. Then what kind of future do you really visualize for books?
You can buy everything online, that's fine. You can look at everything online, that's fine. But you cannot smell everything online. When we read books, we sometimes smell them. And also, we can hold them. You can touch them. You can fold them, put them inside or under your pillow. You can take them to places, and one physical book can be shared with hundreds of people, the same book. But with online, with soft books, which are just text, hundreds of people can share them through messages, the same thing. But 100 of people have to pay for the same sharing, You're sharing the same thing, but you're all also paying. But one physical book can be shared with 100 of people, but you don't have to pay every time you share. It's beautiful when we don't have to waste paper, like writing unnecessary things again and again. But for books, they're like treasures. You can keep them for 100 years and 200 years for a future, for our future. I cannot imagine a world without papers actually. No matter what we do, but yet we have to have paper books, paper bags or paper books, because like few minutes back, she opened up a book and you could see that 100 simultaneously. You can look at a book, 200 people together. You can read aloud, 200 people. But with soft books, 100 people cannot share it at the same time also. And the cost, when you talk about cost also, someone argued saying, 10 rupee I can buy a soft copy of a book. But imagine a book which costs you 200 rupee, 100 people sharing it, the same book, and then a soft copy where everybody have to buy it, because soft books are not allowed to be shared. You have to buy individually. 100 people paying 10 rupee to buy the same book, and at the same time a 200 rupee book can be shared without spending money again and again. Which is better? A physical book. Share a physical book. For some books maybe we can have online things, but I don't think we should get rid of them. And I just cannot imagine this world without paperbacks or paper books.
Yeah.
If you look at the book here, all the creatures in the book, they're imaginative, that they're not original. They do not exist actually. But someone could imagine things like that. Watching television is someone else's imagination which is already there. You're only looking at someone else's imagination. But when you read or when you write, when you think, you start imagining your own things. For instance, you have glasses on. Think of glasses which can drink. They can keep themselves cold. Think of shoes who can talk. What would they say? Why you have to put so much dust on me? I also want to have a shower. Think of clothes, who can clean themselves. I don't think if they clean themselves, they'll ever want to be on you. They'll say, oh, I don't want to get dirty. You're so dirty. I want to be clean. So to imagine, you have to think, you have to read. When you read, there are no pictures, text. You look at text and then you imagine mountain. How do mountain looks? You imagine a mountain. Even if not, you can't imagine the exact mountain, you imagine some similar or maybe some different mountain. With pictures, it takes that freedom away from you. You cannot imagine anything. You can only see what the other person is trying to show you.
When you're watching something on television, you're passively thinking. You're not actively thinking. You're not using your brain. You're seeing what is being shown to you. But when you're reading or when you're hearing, suppose you're reading blue skies and green grass. You're immediately thinking about blue skies and green grass. You're actively participating. You're thinking. You're using your brain. But if I am showing you blue skies and green grass, you're only seeing it. You're not using all your faculties. So which do you prefer? Do you want to be a dumb kid or a smart kid?
You got the answer? Right. Now it's time to take the break now. Okay. Now what kind of assurance are you going to give to both of them that have come from all the way Bhubaneswar to this place? What is the promise or assurance that you would like to give to them? You read books?
Thank you so much, children. It has been so wonderful meeting all of you. And do not ever forget that you guys are very lucky that you have a beautiful school, wonderful teachers, and a wonderful library. And they're giving out these storybooks, these lovely books to all of you. So don't miss that opportunity. Don't think of it as, oh, I have to do this, my teachers are asking me. It is something that you should be proud of, that you should enjoy. Books are something that will never leave your side. Everything else might go, but books are your best friend that will stay for your life. If you have this book today, nobody can take it away from you. Nobody can take this joy away from you. Everything comes and goes in life. Only a book remains with you. The story that you have read will remain.
Around 20 pages, around 50 to 60 lines. And now
Also, when you see a movie, somebody else, the director of that movie, has made that movie. It's his imagination. When you are reading a book, it might take time. It's not about 2 hours or 3 hours. You can finish a book. Depends on your reading ability. But you are the director of your own movie in your own head. So that is why we must...
Hi sir, my name is Rohit. If you want any help, in which situation you want help?
I think we need help all the time because Alone, we cannot do everything. We need a team, we need friends, we need family, we need friends, we need people like you. So alone we cannot take books to people. Alone we cannot do anything. You have to come forward, read a book to help us. So that is how we need your help. You have to read, you have to spread the love of reading. You have to also encourage other people to read. Right? Thanks.
Next.
Read a book. Which type of book you want to read?
All kinds of books. All kinds of books. Like I said, this is a children's book, but I love this. So everything. Biography, fiction, non-fiction, science fiction, everything that is available.
My name is V. Kavya from 8th class. First of all, I would thank you because you are providing books to us. And I would like to thank New Era School management.
It's you, as a reader, as a book lover, as a student, a beautiful girl, you come and tell us. Thank you. That is the best appreciation. Thank you so much.
My name is M. Vishnu Priya. What is your ultimate goal?
Don't really think we have an ultimate goal, but yeah, for the time being, reach out to as many people as possible. I'll give you a small example, which also maybe includes a lot of other questions that you guys have been asking, help and all that. So like we came to Khammam, to Telangana, your state. We are not from this state, but we are able to reach out to so many people. That is only possible because of Sir and all your wonderful teachers, all your wonderful children who have come forward. So we are jointly taking books to more people. So that is very important. I think to reach out to more people, that is our goal.
Hi ma'am, I am Y. Sri Ranjani. I am 8th class. How many books you have read with much interest?
Hi sir, hi ma'am. When you are in the child age, which books you read?
I had not seen so many books. 25 years ago, when I was in class 5, almost class 4-5, I first came across books, storybooks in a small cupboard. We didn't have library, but in a headmaster's room, we had a small cupboard and there were like few books which he will not let you go, like take with you, but sometime you can read there. But we didn't have library class, library room, nothing like that. I started reading books when I started working in the bookstore actually, 5 years ago, a lot of books. But before that, I've hardly read 20-30 books, apart from my curriculum books. But when I started working in a bookstore, I explored more and more books. I wanted to know who was written it, where do it comes from, and then also my job was to procure books for my company. It was that I would make a list, order the books, know when to get them, how to sell them, and then slowly I started reading because I was in the bookstore. It was important for me to know the book in order to tell people this is the story. You should try. So it's also because of part of my job and a lot of gift to me which were given by my friends. A lot of people gifted me books because I was sad, I was lonely, I thought life has no meaning, and people started giving me books. They okay, you should read this story. And this person had this problem, but he could overcome and do something in life.
Okay.
And that is how I started reading books.
Which books have you read so far? Yeah?
Gunia Livander.
One book you read? What is the other book?
The Discovery of India.
You read the whole book, Discovery of India, or some part of it? Some part of it. You know who wrote that? Discovery of India.
I
We know that most people like books, but some cannot like books. So, what you wanted to suggest for those kind of people?
People who don't like books, they can have coloring books. They can have. There's this new trend which has recently happened, and people are, for adults also there are coloring books. And if you don't like story, maybe you can like poetry. And if you don't like to read books, make them sit down and read books to them. Maybe they'll like it. Because many people don't like to read. You tell them stories. I think they'll like it. You read for them. Thank you.
Hi, sir. I am V. Muktashri of 7th class. Can't you feel difficult to move from one place to another place to sell books?
Yeah, it's very difficult at times. Being on the highway, you really, your schedule is not, there's no schedule really. So sometimes we go, we don't find food. Sometimes we are traveling, we don't find a place to stay. Sometimes people are not very friendly. Sometimes we don't find a place to park. Sometimes it's not possible to open. So there are a lot of difficulties. But such is life. Life is full of lot of challenges. We will find difficulties, but we have to go on. We must do what we must do. Right? Thanks.
My name is Udayshree. I want to ask a question for you. You have read many books which is written by so many authors. Which author you like?
This Japanese writer called Haruki Murakami a lot. So sometime if you've come across a book by Haruki Murakami, do read one and let me know if you liked it also. Thanks.
I am studying 9th class. I want to ask you one question. What message you want to give to the students?
Read more books. Books give you wings.
Sir, this is C.S. Vinila of 9th Roses. I want to ask you one question for you. You have started your journey from Bhubaneswar, from Orissa to every part of the state. What difficulties have you found in balancing the family and job and the career?
Well, I guess it's not really easy to leave a routine behind at home and travel like Banjara, but yeah, it has its own adventures and challenges, so it's fun. So difficulties, I don't know. We have a bookshop that we have left behind, and we have our plants and our garden, so I hope somebody is taking care of them back home.
Walking book fair. To keep walking book fair.
Thought about a similar concept, a mobile bookstore, a mobile library that will go around so that it can reach more people in smaller towns and villages where people do not have bookstores or libraries. So he was thinking about it some time back, but he had not been able to take it forward. So when we met, we thought about it and discussed, and though we did not have many resources with us, we did not really have the money to buy a van immediately, we still wanted to go ahead. So we carried books in a backpack, and we carried the backpack full of books, and we walked because we did not have much money to buy a van or a vehicle to take books. So we thought we'll just carry the books. So Akshay carried books in a box, in a backpack, and we went to places, public places, and displayed books on the footpath for the common man to come and have a look at books. So that is how we started.
First of all, I would be very thankful to you to provide these books. And also, I would be very happy to say that our school management provide to interact with you.
Yes, you have a wonderful management, wonderful school.
Yes. I want to ask a question. What made you to choose this field instead of NGO, non-governmental organization, to choose this field?
Thank you. Go and sit. Akshay will answer very briefly.
Non-government organization, NGO. Lot of people been asking me asking us to convert or to register for non-government organization and take donation from people and then donate to people, which I do not believe in personally, and she also does not believe in. I want to give you something, make a small profit, give away bit of profit and work together, but not take entirely free from you, give you free. I'll do nothing, I'll take 100 rupee from you and then I'll go give 50 rupee to someone else and I keep a 50 rupee, which is maybe good, but for us it's a bit difficult. We thought of doing a business where we make a small profit and the bigger profit we again give back to the society. That is why we give a 20% discount and keep a 20-22% to run it, to sustain, not to take money and without much accountability, where it's free, I don't have to work much.
Also, I just want to add that together, when we come together, we don't really need NGOs. It's us, our society, it's our responsibility also. Like we, in a state, in a society, in a community, we have rights, so also we have certain responsibilities as people. If I am a student of this school, if I have rights, I also have obligations, I also have responsibilities. So each of us here have responsibilities as citizens, as people. So we should all come together and work for the betterment of our society, our world, right?
How do you feel about traveling through states and spreading books?
That we are able to travel to new places and meet new people. Yeah, so generally we are excited and happy about it.
You hear and your thoughts are very nice, really inspiring. So you are traveling across India and making us to read books. So what change do you expect from us? Expect from us, from our society?
The change that we would like to see is a broadening of our minds to accept things. We have classified things as such and such. We only accept those classifications. But we have to understand that all of us are different from each other. You are different, I am different. All of them are different. But together, we exist in this world, and it's only by existing peacefully together that we can take everything forward. So that is the change that we must all bring together. We have to accept things. We have to accept their otherness, your being different than me. I should not go and beat you because you're different than me. Because I have short hair, you should not hate me. And I should not think, oh, you have long hair, I will not talk to you. We are all different, right? Thank you.
Okay, we'll try to be that change.
Yes.
Your idea of book fair is can change the society. But in case of illiterate people, they can't
read. They can't read, right. So you were saying, how do we help them? I think there are also many books that do not require reading. There are a lot of picture books which convey the story through the picture format. There is no text, which we can use for people who cannot read or write. Like when we go to certain places where we find people are illiterate, they cannot read or write, or where we find really young children who have not yet gone to school, we use a lot of picture books. So they take a look at picture books And also we conduct storytelling sessions. So where they can tell stories orally. They don't need to read or write. And they can draw stories, illustrate stories. So stories need to go forward. Stories need to get circulated. And in the process, if all of us can somehow get more people to read or write, it would be wonderful. But for people to read a story, they do not have to be literate, really. Right?
But we can literate them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We should try to make more people read and write. Right? Thanks.
I hope your van can change this world.
I hope you can change the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Childhood, have you thought I'll come to this profession?
No, not really. When I was a child, I think, I don't really remember what I wanted to be, but I wanted to be so many different things. So I think that has somehow come true now, because when I'm reading a book, I'm a different person. Maybe I'm the Cat in the Hat today, when I'm reading The Cat in the Hat. So when you read different books, you become different people. So I think that is how I have become different people. Yeah? Thank you.
Hi, ma'am. When you are coming to school, I am excited to see you. With these books, did you get any Nobel awards or prizes?
I think we look at awards as a form of recognition. So for us, being recognized or an award is the love that we get from people everywhere. Like the love that we get from you children when we're talking to you, when you come to us and when you smile and tell us, oh, I loved your books. That is the biggest award that we get every day. Thank you.
Hi, sir. I want to ask a question. Are you authored any book?
Have you written?
Written.
No, not yet.
Why you can't?
Maybe soon. Maybe we'll write about you guys in our books. Yeah.
Thank you.
So watch out.
Next, come.
Hi sir and hi ma'am. This is Riya from 9th class. Do you think you can spread these books all over the world?
Well, we certainly hope we can, but only with your help. If you help us spread the love of books around, we will not be in Khammam tomorrow. We will move on. But wherever you go, if you take the love of books forward, if you encourage your neighbors, your brothers, sisters, cousins, friends, then certainly together we can take it forward. Right? Thanks.
And hi, ma'am. This is SK Nasrin of 8 Jasmines. Who are the role models in your life?
Oh, there are a lot of role models. Every
Can you say some of them?
every interesting character that we have read about in all the books, I think they are a role model. Like Akshay talked about the book Siddhartha. I think that a book can be a life-changing experience. I hope that you someday come across a book that changes your life. So, yeah. Bye.
Come.
Hello, sir. Hello, madam. Hi. We are very glad to see here today. I thank you for visiting our school. I also thank your management for inviting you. A book can change a man. There are many uses a man can know, but why the people are not showing interest towards reading books?
Oh, very important question. See, for many, many years, books have not been able to reach people. So now a point has come where people don't know about books because they don't find books. If only I give you a book, you can read a book. If there is no book, there is no question of reading. So I think that is why a lot of people don't know about books. But you guys are lucky that you have a library, you have wonderful story books, so you can read books. So to the other people who don't have access to those books, maybe you can talk about books. Maybe you can talk about all the lovely stories that you have read. And if possible, maybe you can give books to them, pass them around so they can also read. Yeah? Thanks.
Have you read?
I read 3 books, 500 Hats, Malala book, and Ignited Minds.
Oh, wow.
United Minds? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one do you like most and why?
I like Malala book because I inspired a lot by reading that book. She fought for girls' education and she was injured severely by Taliban's attacks. So I liked the book. I'm Malala.
Hi ma'am. Hi. My name is K. Sahiti of 9 Jasmine and I'm from Greenhouse. I'm very glad to see you here. When I came to know about you, I felt much inspired. With that inspiration, I read 2-3 books.
Wow.
Yeah, what are they?
Bachelor of Arts and Cinderella.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Thank you.
Did you like Bachelor of Arts?
Yes ma'am.
Okay.
It influenced me a lot.
Very nice.
I would like to ask a question. You came to this field by chance or by choice?
By choice. By choice.
Why
Always
you left
by
your
choice.
model career teacher, sir?
Sorry?
Why did you leave your model career, media career?
Oh, I think I was looking for something that excited me more. Something that made me more happy. That is why.
Now you are satisfied with this?
Yes.
That I want.
Sir and madam, since how many years you are running this walking bookshop?
Since 2014.
14.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you reading anything?
I read 2 books.
Which one?
The Man-Eater of Malgudi and Malala.
Oh, wow. Very nice. Which one did you like?
Malala only I like.
Malala you liked?
Both I like.
Both you liked. Why did you like Malala? It inspired you? Were you...
She fought for girls' education.
Okay. Okay. And what about Man-Eater of Malgudi?
I not read completely.
Okay.
Half book I read.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Keep reading.
Hi ma'am and hi sir. My name is P. Pujita of 9 Jasmines. I want to ask you question is, how much important this goal to you? How much important this goal sir? Ante ee goal enduku anta important అని వీళ్ళకి అనిపించింది?
Yeah, why do you feel that this spreading reading is so important?
I think we are very troubled by everything that we see all around us. There are a lot of problems in the world today. People are killing each other in the name of religion, in the name of caste, in the name of color, in the name of land. You know, there's a lot of injustice all around. There are things that are not right. And we have created this. So all the problems that we have created, we must find an answer to all these problems. Because it is not right on our part to leave the world like it is right now. It was a beautiful place. We have created certain problems in the world and now we must correct those problems and leave it for the future generations. So it is very important that we somehow make a difference. And I think books are the answer to those problems, so which is why it is very important for us. Thank you.
Angela Merkel biography and Nelson Mandela some I read some only.
Why did you not read a story book?
Story book I read name.
You liked reading this biography?
Yes.
What did you like? Can you tell us a little bit?
We can get a...
Yeah, tell us. No problem. Tell us.
We can inspire by them.
Okay.
And we can know about what they are doing and we
Yeah.
have to behave
Yeah.
like this.
It's also a story. Biography is also a story. It tells us about the life of this person, you know. You read about Nelson Mandela. I told you the story of Nelson Mandela. So everything is a story actually. Yeah.